Welcome back to Fantasy Avenue. I'm Mikey Andersen, and today we have a guest on the podcast, Mr. Coach Flynn.
What's going on, Mikey? I always love making my yearly appearance on Fantasy Avenue.
Yes, this is year 2, second edition of the guest episode.
Yeah, Super Bowl preview just like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah. We've been talking about this. We pretty much talked about this the entire high school football season. Before the high school season, we talked about it in like August, and it's now February. But, you know, it's better late than never.
Fantasy recap, man.
Yeah, we're ready.
We're ready. We're here.
We're gonna recap the season and talk about our favorite players, personal favorite players. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl, which is in like 4 days from when this episode's being recorded. We're gonna talk about our predictions for the NFL awards, which is tomorrow, at the point of recording, and we can talk about the Broncos.
We can talk about the donkeys.
Got it. We'll talk about the Broncos.
We can talk about the donkeys. State of the donkeys, state of the Niners, two favorite teams.
Yeah.
We can roll with that.
We did that last year, and I remember there was a lot of shit talk.
Yeah.
So I've been excited to talk about that.
Against some guys can eat crow and admit it.
And ball.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what should we talk about first?
I think we should start off with who was your best draft choice based on everything taken into account, right? Like, who was your number one scorer based on where he was picked?
Yeah, based on draft position. The most value?
Yes, most value, okay. Most bang for your buck.
Okay. Well, you want to start or want me to start?
Well, I can start
based
on my league. So in our coaches league, I drafted based purely off of what I thought was value, right? I was like, okay, quarterbacks, value's never there, right? It's not. I'm going strictly to PPR league. I'm going to draft as many wide receivers as I possibly can. And I would say this year in our coaches league, my top pick would have been Stephon Diggs had he not gotten hurt. But kind of a sleeper pick based on I really didn't even draft him, but Noah Gray. Noah Gray at the tight end position for the Chiefs. Everyone always wants to roll Travis Kelce, think he's the guy, but Noah Gray, week in and week out, was scoring touchdowns and putting up 10 points a game at the tight end position for me, especially since I had Kyle Pitts as my number one tight end position.
That's bad. That's always bad. That's always a bad choice.
It didn't go well for me.
I don't think it ever has.
But the Noah Gray pickup was based on value, right? And I'm talking...
Right. Yeah, no. I expected you to say somebody with a little bit bigger of a name.
Yeah, but Noah Gray did a great... And he got in the end zone a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a great job. Patrick Mahomes likes to use his tight ends, and he did well for me.
That's a good call out. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to go, kind of a similar direction, different direction with a rookie who, coming into the season, a lot of people said was undersized, and a lot of people said, he was supposed to be the RB2 on their team, but I'm an Oregon fan, so I watched like every game of him in college, and I was like, okay, this guy's, I think he's going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be that good, but Bucky Irving went from I'm in a dynasty league. That's another thing.
Oh yeah, so where you get to keep him.
Yeah, where it's only at this point it's only rookies. Every draft, the draft every year is 4 rounds long, and it's only rookies. And by the end, you're picking dudes who you've like honestly never heard of.
Right.
Just hoping that they're like you just pick like Bills players and Chiefs players, just good teams, and hope that they somehow find a role. But I remember the entire league was talking about how he was like, he's like 170 pounds at the combine, and he was going to be an RB2 on a team that wasn't very good. And people were talking about him all this time, and like he was getting drafted we were in like the midway third round of the draft, and there was like 7th round picks going, like dudes I've never even seen their college before. And it got to me with like the third to last pick in the draft, and I picked Bucky Irving.
Wow.
And he went, over 1,000 yards.
Went stupid.
Is completely like
RB1.
The number one running back on their team.
Sean White was obviously...
Yeah, he's just done.
He was supposed to be the guy, though.
Yeah.
In Tampa Bay.
And I drafted him in a different league thinking he was going to be the guy.
Yeah.
But now, I'm hoping for like a 10-year career out of this dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
especially
that's a big pickup.
Little running back.
My only other argument that I can make was I got Jerry Jeudy late.
Yeah, that's big too, actually.
Late and played well down the stretch.
Yeah.
Started off the season slow, but played well down the stretch.
Yeah.
And did put up some numbers for the squad, which was good. Mainly, actually, he kind of went off once J-Mo came in the game. Once Jameis made his appearance.
For like the couple weeks that he was in.
Yeah, but I mean, he did well.
I know.
He did.
I watched that Bronco game. I was like, there's no way Jerry Jeudy is going to single-handedly beat our team.
And he came close.
When he was honestly a bust. every year that he was on the Broncos.
Luckily, your Bo, came through.
Luckily he did. Luckily he
that
did.
96-yard touchdown pass to Mims.
That was pretty sweet.
Right down the. Oh, that was nice.
The pages I follow on Instagram still like once a week pop that up.
Yeah.
Because we got nothing else really, you know.
It was a big one.
It was pretty sweet.
Well, let's move into the next one. What do you think about? Let's just say who was your top performer of the season?
Overall?
All leagues.
Like combined,
overall.
yeah. So okay, yeah. I immediately think of a dude who's on multiple of my teams, and I mean I feel like it's just easy answer. Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I have him in 2 leagues. Pretty much won probably half my weeks for me, like single-handedly.
Yeah.
And then he dropped like. I could really just see the difference. Our playoffs were aligned differently, where one playoff started in week 15 and one started in week 16. And I can't remember which week, but one of the weeks he dropped like 20, and then I'm a first-round exit. And then the next week he dropped like 45, and I obviously just killed the dude in that round.
Right.
So it like most of my team hung on whether he scored over like 35 points.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah, my 2 were in both. Well, obviously I had Saquon in one league. I mean, that one kind of speaks for itself. I don't think I need to elaborate too much.
Yeah.
Into that world. And then my other league, Justin Jefferson, did a great job. I think next year, like I told you, I drafted strictly off of what I thought was value. I need to put more value into the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Find a guy like Josh Allen, Lamar, guy who you're confident are going to put up consistent points week in and week out.
Yeah.
And just have that consistency of getting 20 points from your quarterback.
It's a little scary drafting quarterbacks because you never want to take him like round 1. And there's always dudes who do that, and then that's like overvaluing the position.
Mm-hmm.
But like in both leagues that I drafted Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes went first, and then Lamar, and then Jalen Hurts. So he was like the 4th quarterback off the board, and when I saw that, I was like, oh my, that's a immediate draft, no matter what I need.
Okay.
Because he got it to me.
Next one, I got a good one for you.
Yeah.
Who was your best pickup of the season?
Like waiver wire?
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
I know mine right off the top. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. Let me think.
Sammy Darnold. I mean, obviously, under the radar.
Talk about a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy D played pretty consistently throughout the year.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't going to get the big 40-point gamers out of him, but you could get that 16 to 20 range on average throughout the year, especially since I had Jettas paired with him. That was a nice little 1-2 punch.
Those quarterback receiver pairings, if you can find the right one, are like
best one of all time.
Like
Randy
60
Moss,
points.
Tom Brady. I had them both in 4th grade.
Never
forget.
That's so cool. Okay, mine are a little different, I would say. Definitely not the most exciting. I'm trying to find like their overall stats right here. Yeah. Okay.
Well, in your dynasty league, it would be almost impossible
to not be.
Like to have any pickups.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was almost nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of ignoring that league. I picked up Russ in that league, and he became like a mid starter. So
Yeah.
we have. I mean, it is a 2 quarterback league, so he went in. He rotated.
Yeah.
But I think my guy is as a kicker. I just feel like I have to say this. Chris Boswell.
Oh.
I got him in all 3 of my leagues post draft because I didn't in 2 of them I didn't even draft a kicker. I was just trying to pick people, and then I was like, I'll think of a kicker later. So I got him in all 3. He scored 188 fantasy points this season, which I saw a thing. I can't remember because it was like a couple months ago. It was the very end of the season, but he was like the RB12 or something. Like that's nuts.
Yeah.
He scored like 10 points a game at least, and as a kicker, I just feel like I got to say him.
Fair enough.
But he's cool.
I mean, that's a fair one.
Never think about the kicker. Usually I go based on matchups, like who's playing a bad defense.
Right.
But this is like the first year that I just roll with the same dude, and it worked.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Not necessarily exciting.
This is my last
good enough.
My last talking point for Fantasy World, and I don't know if you have another one or not, but
yeah.
My last one would be, who was your biggest letdown of the season?
Well, that's a good question. I got to think about that. Let me look real quick. Oh, actually, I know it. I already know it.
Yeah, you go first.
I already know.
You let it rip.
So it's got to be Tyreek Hill for me.
Yeah.
I drafted him like 3rd overall.
Plenty of sense.
He was just okay. So this is the story with one of my leagues. The league with my friends. It was like my biggest pay league. I went heavy. It was like a complete flip. I went heavy receivers in the draft. I drafted Tyreek. I drafted Jalen Waddle too because I was like, okay, one of them's got to do good. They both were like terrible this year.
Then Tua gets hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just completely awful. So he's definitely my bust. But at one point in that league, my running backs were Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, James Cook, and Christian McCaffrey.
How?
Isn't that insane? Yeah.
Did you win?
Just think about it. No. I didn't win. Because my receivers were like Jaden Reed and DJ Moore.
Woof.
Like, I just couldn't, like, it was, the imbalance was crazy.
Yeah.
So I drafted Derrick Henry at this early. Everyone's like, oh, he's too old, he's not going to do anything.
Not a lot of tread left on those tires.
No, well, he rode those tires.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon I drafted, and then he got hurt right off the bat. But people just, I don't know, they weren't really looking at Joe Mixon. I feel like, I'm not sure. I think in my first 5 rounds, I drafted Derrick Henry, like, round 2. It went Tyreek, Derrick Henry, James Cook, Josh Allen, Joe Mixon were my first 5. So then I kept Joe Mixon through the injuries. And then somebody traded me Christian McCaffrey when he was hurt for Jalen Waddle, which was pretty much a pointless trade.
Yeah.
Because neither of them did anything.
Washed.
But it was cool to say that I had Christian McCaffrey along with those 4.
Yeah.
And, I didn't end up winning, but I'm still like, find me a better running back room.
Yeah, that one's tough. That's a tough bid to have that running back room
And
paired
just,
with Jaden Reed and DJ Moore.
like, awful.
I mean, Jaden Reed, a lot of potential. DJ Moore, obviously a big letdown this year. The Bears in general were relatively a big letdown after they invested so much to try and help.
That offense was tough.
Yeah.
And they scored like 13 points a game.
I think, what's his name, Ben Johnson will get that place turned around pretty
I hope
quickly. The NFC North is going to be a force.
Yeah.
As long as the Lions can kind of keep doing what they're doing. I mean, I think J.J. McCarthy under Kevin O'Connell is going to do extremely well.
Yeah?
I mean, I think Kevin O'Connell does a great job with all quarterbacks that he has. I mean, Sam Darnold kind of showed his true colors in that first round of the playoffs this year against the Rams. And I think that's who he is. I think that's who Sam Darnold is. Sam Darnold was successful because of Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
And so I think that JJ will have that same success.
I think he will too.
And I think he's going to be a very good quarterback for a long time in the NFL. I don't know if he'll win a Super Bowl. I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but I think he'll be really good. So between, the lower tier of the NFC North being the Chicago Bears, you get Ben Johnson as your head coach.
You need to pick it up.
Things are going to go well.
Yeah.
I got a feeling.
Yeah. I saw a thing that division, it's the most wins that NFL division's ever had in a single season.
Yeah.
And they didn't win a single playoff game.
Which is crazy.
The fall off. The first round of the playoffs was just kind of nuts. Also, the other thing, everyone says that J.J. McCarthy is too skinny. Because that like one clip where he looks like a surfer kid.
Oh, yeah.
But then Jaden Daniels looks like a bobblehead.
Yeah.
His head is so much bigger than the rest of his body, and he's like...
who cares?
Like, people don't understand how hypocritical that is.
It's a mood point.
When the guy doesn't have his shoulder pads on, he's not...
Yeah.
He does not look big. He's a quarterback.
J.J. McCarthy's going to do great things.
No, I think he will too.
Kevin O'Connell. But back to the talking point. My biggest letdown of the year. I mean, Kyle Pitts... I don't even know if I can...
You can't say that's a letdown.
Yeah,
you knew that was coming.
I just thought,
why?
Kirko, the new coaching squad, he was going to do big things. God, it was so annoying. But I would go and say Najee Harris. With the Steelers' offense that struggled, I thought that they were going to just pound the ball consistently. They didn't have they have a true quarterback, 2 of them really. But without a true offensive identity, I thought they were going to kind of rely on the run game quite a bit. What's his name gets hurt early in the year. They're relying. Najee's the, RB1.
Yeah, the bell cow. He should get like 20 carries a game.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to go off.
Yeah.
He was a severe letdown for me. I think I drafted him in the 4th round. No, 5th round. It was relatively late, but he was my first running back taken off the board because I went heavy. Like I said, I went heavy wide receiver. I went Diggs, Cup, and McLaurin in the first 3 rounds, and then went Najee right after that. And he let me down pretty heavily this year.
Yeah,
that was a tough.
I see why you didn't win.
Yeah,
because those are 3 of those 4 are pretty let down. Like injury, Cooper Kupp, Terry McLaurin's a boost, and then Najee on the level of Cooper Kupp, pretty much. Yeah, in terms of just not doing anything.
Well, I mean, we had a 14-team league. So,
That's true.
I mean, you had Slim Pickens as it was.
Yeah.
Just snake draft style, old school, it wasn't anything crazy. But it's just hard to draft in that manner, because there's just the sheer volume of guys that come off the board early on.
Especially when your number one gets hurt.
Yeah.
That's what happened with my Tyreek league. Like, I'm getting Tyreek, and then it's just like, who do I pick?
Exactly. So I was down bad in that league. I mean, at the same time, I was 5th in points for and 1st in points against. So it was a tough draw for the squad this year.
Tough. That's rough.
Tough squad for the squad this year.
Well, we'll see. We have stuff to build off of. How many yards did Najee end up with?
I don't know. I didn't look into his stats this year. I mean, I pretty much only pulled up points, but I can pull them up. I got them right here.
You think he ended up with 1,000 yards?
No.
You don't think?
No, I don't think so. It's not loading up right now.
But, try to look up. As we look this up.
Here we go. He totals this year.
I wish my soundboard worked right now. I play like the awkward thing, but it doesn't work.
I mean, he just fell off so hard at the end of the year. I mean, first round of the playoffs, he had 58 yards, 36 yards and a touchdown.
What's it saying for total?
Fantasy points, rushing. I mean, he had 3 over plus 100-yard games.
Yeah, that's just like, you can't, that's just, I mean, it's pretty awful. I just thought he, like, the thing with, like, how, with the 17-game season, is that you can honestly, like, yeah, okay, here it is, I got it. 1,043 total yards, rushing yards.
Really?
Yeah. That's the thing with the 17-game season, is if you do, let's, like, I'm going to do 1,000 divided by 17. You're averaging 58 yards a game.
Exactly.
That's not impressive. Like, I don't think being an 1,000-yard rusher anymore is impressive.
It's not what it used to be, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just not, like...
Well, the age of the running back's also dead, just to the way that the game has changed. You know, everyone, like, all these running backs want to bark about their pay and their compensation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Eckler being the kind of the head of that chart, or the head of that spirit. Saquon, there's that big, you know, what's he really worth when he leaves the Giants? And, you know, the game just doesn't rely on the ground game as much.
Yeah. Well, you don't think this year boosted it?
I think it did.
For Saquon and
just Derrick Henry.
Bolin doing that?
Know. But if you go and you look at, like, the great running backs of all time, I mean, you're talking Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
The things that they could do with the ball in their hand was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and it's just, I mean, what Saquon can do and Derrick Henry can do, yeah, they can break tackles here and there, but the game's just not built. I mean, you have safeties playing off the ball at 20 yards, you know, pre-snap.
Because they know they don't need them.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, so it's just a different brand of ball. I mean, when you have guys, safeties playing at 7, 8, 9 yards compared to now doubling that because they don't want to get beat deep by some deep crosser from, you know.
And that shows how good those dudes were.
Yeah.
Because they have a safety at 8 yards, and Barry Sanders is still,
exactly,
you know, as good as he was or whatever.
That's my point.
Emmitt Smith's still getting 18,000 yards.
You know, so the game's changed, the style of run has changed.
Yeah. Well.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So
good. Okay,
gotta
well.
Sell tickets now.
Yeah, and that's not exciting. Running the ball is just not really super exciting to watch.
I enjoy it.
Same with defense. I love watching defense. But when the game ends 10-3, 99% of people are like, what?
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
I mean,
not everybody.
I'm all for the slow game.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, well, you know, there's our season. It sounds like we each had pretty, like, mid-seasons.
Yeah, mid-season, my better league that I had, I went 10-4, bounced in the first round of the playoffs against it. He had the Eagles when he's an Eagles fan, so he had Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith. When
all three of them?
Yeah, when they just went off that 1 week.
That's insane.
You know, because Saquon didn't play.
Yeah.
So they had, I mean, it was stupid. I was like, okay.
That's a rough draw. I know. Yeah, the seeding, like, pretty much doesn't even matter. There's so much luck in fantasy football based on matchups. They're like, you know, if you're going against just like an absolute trash team.
Yeah, well, the week before David Montgomery got hurt for me, I traded for David Montgomery mid-season, traded Kelsey for him. So lost him.
Right when Kelsey got good.